So, saw on Facebook, a friend of mine sent me a picture of this motor. It's a 1956 265 with the truck transmission, manual transmission in it. I've not really looked up the transmission numbers yet, but I did the block. It is built in 55 for 56, and it does have the oil provision. It's got a canister. The 55s didn't have anything cast into the block for a oil filter. So, yeah, I mean, it's got the ram horn exhaust, the embossed valve covers. He took it out of a 56 pickup truck and was doing an LS swap, which is great. I mean, for me, because I love the old junk. And so I just had to buy it. I mean, these 50, well, they call this a 56, but it was built in 55. Didn't have provisions for the motor mounts on the side up in there. It just had the motor mounts across the front and the back. So it's limited to what it can go in. I'm not sure if there's a conversion kit for it or not, but yeah, the parts, I mean, the manual transmission bell housing, I don't know. I mean, that kind of stuff I'm not real schooled on. It's just, I know I love this old stuff, and I know it's getting rarer and rarer, but a lot of guys are going to LS, so I don't know if these are gonna, if somebody's doing a a factory correct build, then this is something, the parts on it or whatever, the block or the heads somewhere along the line must have got changed, because the heads castings come out as a 283 in 1960 along with the intake. So I'm not sure when that got switched or whatever. It must have been a long time ago, because I can't find any RTV on this motor except for right there, where they put a new thermostat sensor in. The exhausts are 56s, and so I don't know. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's even got the oil for the distributor. You know, I didn't see if it was the original distributor yet, but I just thought I'd show it here before I got it off the truck. When we went and got it, I couldn't get any video where we got it, but yeah, I mean, I've been around 350s, small blocks my whole life, but I really never had the time to really be a motorhead about it and really know all my facts. But I think I got it at a reasonable price. He said it turned over, come out of the original 56 pickup. I'm gonna try to get this thing, use the Wildfire here I'm gonna run it up and use it as my chain hoist to get it out of the back of the truck. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to do that. All right, well, this isn't sketchy at all. Hopefully that chain up there will hold. It should. Then it should be plenty of, hopefully it's gonna lift it high enough. It should, to clear the bed. But yeah, didn't know the Wildfire was a motor hoist too. Many uses for the Wildfire. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this hooked up and try to get it down. All right, well, I think we're good to go. Just gotta pull out a little bit. Miss the side of the truck here. That should work. Oh, I'm at the height. It's gotta work. I think I'm off just about the drain plug. So hopefully if I pull out, it will work. I don't know if I can prop you up here, and we'll see. All right, let's put it down. Get it down to where we can get it on the shut the door. Alright. Well, that wasn't too bad. Alright, well, I got it on the ground, safe and sound, sitting on a tire. I really haven't got up close and personal, but I know I did check the oil when I picked it up, and good, bad, or indifferent, I ain't got none in it. So I don't know. He said it turned over with the starter, so I'm going to try it, but I got some old diesel fuel I'm going to put in it, or diesel oil to put in it just to crank it over. I'm going to take the spark plugs out and shoot some oil down in there. I don't know how long it's been set. It doesn't look bad. When I took the valve covers off, it was pretty clean. It's going to be rebuilt. If I do it or if I resell it, it's going to be gone through anyway, so it's not really going to matter if it's not catastrophic. So I'm going to get some oil and get some oil in it, and I'm just going to squirt some 2-cycle gas down the carburetor and just see if I can get it to pop over. I don't know, I haven't checked the points or anything. Let's just see what we got, for if we got spark or anything like that. So I'm going to get the spark plugs out, get oil in it, and get ready to see if we can get it to pop over. All right, well, I got some old diesel oil from my brother-in-law's semi. I was going to put my barrel for an oil burner that I'm going to put here in the shop, but it'll be good enough for this. It's pretty dark, but there's a filter down there, so it'll catch the big stuff, dead mice, chunks of dirt, but it'll be all right. All right, well, looks like you're looking into the abyss. That is black, but it's diesel oil, so, and in a diesel truck, so it'll be all right, just for very short term. All right, so I finally got the spark plugs out. Let's go see while our oil is draining. Oh, look at that! It's just about done. It might be done. It might be, yeah. I may have to put a little more in there. I don't know if that's going to be enough or not, but got the spark plugs out while I was waiting on that. And I mean, they don't, well, I'll show you what I found. I mean, I don't know if somebody changed plugs in this to try to get it to go. I don't know. If they did, yeah. But that one looks brand new. I mean, that one looks good. It's just center, 6 and 4. They don't look bad. They're a little fouled, black. And the back one looks about, I would say, pretty good. I mean, all those look pretty good. And then you come to the other side. I don't know what they did, but so number 7 looks brand new. I mean, it looks good, but look at the gap. There is no gap. There is no gap on that. There is no gap on number 5. So this is why when you put spark plugs in, you take them out of the box, you always gap them. You always do. And 3 and 1, I don't think that's the right gap. But I've never had a 265, but I would imagine it'd be the same any small block. So, I mean, that one looks close. That one, that was pretty close. I mean, this thing couldn't have run. I mean, before they pulled it out, this guy I got it from said he cranked it over, but that was all he did. But somebody tried, because it looks, here, let me show you on the points. I mean, the cap looks brand new. The rotor is brand new, and it looks like the points. It looks like the points are. There's a little. See if I can get you in there. If it'll focus. Points aren't bad. Points look. I mean, it looks new. All the new stuff, and they couldn't get it to run. But right there is probably. I mean, dead holes completely. So I'm kind of curious. Get some oil in it and see if we can fix. Re-gap the spark plugs. And check the timing, make sure they had the spark plug wires on right, which I don't know, I just yanked them off, but we'll see what happens. Okay, got them all gapped, much better. The 8, 6, 4, and 2 were perfect. They were gapped right. Almost all these were wrong. These two were, these two were completely smashed. That was way too close, and that one was off. So that whole bank was was terrible. So remember, when you get spark plugs, always take them out and gap them. Don't ever assume. Don't just do it. It takes a second. I did this at 35 thousandths, which is good enough for what we're doing. But get one of these. I mean, you can get them for cheap. Any hard auto parts store, and then it's got a gizmo there to be able to get on the electrode like that. You don't ever want to pry, take a screwdriver or something and pry between the electrode and the core, because you'll just end up breaking it. But if you got, let me see if I can get a shot here while holding the camera. Let me see. But this will, fit on there like. See if I can get it like that, and you can bend it. Let me see if I can show you. It's got two sizes right there, so this takes the small one. You just get on it like that and bend it up or down, whatever you need to do. You can tap it down on something hard, the electrode, but when you pry it up, you can't pry on the center core. So, yep, just food for thought. I'm sure everybody knows that except for some new people, which is always good information. All right. Well, I'm getting ready to, I haven't put the plugs in yet. I just got oil, put down in there. And I got number 1 top dead center. So at least there's some oil in there. Haven't got oil in the oil pan yet, but I wanted to do this. Somebody had marked this, but they never cleaned this off. It's under there. You can see them. I don't know if you can see them or not, but there's marks under there. I think I'm going to take some brake cleaner here and a wire brush and clean all that off. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, let me get, it's hard to hold the camera and do that. I don't have my tripod out here. It's supposed to be a short video, so let me bring it back. Alright, so there is 0 right there. Like that. See if I can mark that and wipe the extra off. That should work. That'll be good enough. All right. And there's your timing mark. I just did that right now. We're not going to time it, but I did that to make sure I got it up on top dead center, and it is. You can stick a screwdriver. You know, well, this one you can watch the piston in there. You probably can't see it, but the piston's right there. But you can stick this in there and crank it over until this comes the farthest out, and then you know you're about top dead center. But since we have that, I just did that, and it was exactly top dead center. So we're good to go on that. We'll get the spark plugs in it, get some oil in it, and then we'll try to fire this thing. I just want to kind of check where we were on the distributor. It looks like it's going to be pointing in at number 1. So this would be number 1 right here. Yep, and it's pointing to it. So we're good there. And the points, I don't know what that gap is. I'm going to check it quick with a feeler gauge. That looks, I don't know. It looks about right. We'll check it, and then I'll put the cap on and get the spark plugs in, like I've been wanting to do. All right, let's pour some of this mud in there, see if I can do this one-handed. All right. Looks like we just took it out of the ground. Let me put you down. Let me finish filling it. All right, got it in there. Let's see what we got here. I think we got a plenty. Okay, so I got, see if I can get you in the camera here. This is coming right off the starter down there. The hot lead of the starter from here. And I'm just I ran that, they must have just cut the wire up to the coil. So I just hooked that back up, so when we put power, we'll have, the coil's got power. And this is hooked to the solenoid side of the starter, so let's just cut this off here. Or strip it. I'm gonna try using that to jump it to get the starter to go. So the oil's in it. Put this back on. Get some of this stuff off of here. Oil. Oh, I gotta take off the chopper. I don't think I want this chopper going. Get back to the chopper. But yeah, I'm gonna take the belt off so that thing ain't running. Oh, I think it's a 9/16. Put you down here. I finally got something I can hold you on. And then 9/16 back here. And half here. Yeah, I don't want this thing to spin around and cut my arm off. All right, now it's safe. All right, it ain't gonna run that long anyway. I'm not really worried about the wires touching the exhaust. All right, I think I got the coil bolted back down, caps on, rotors in. I think we're ready for a battery pack and some 2-cycle fuel. Oh, I want to put this last bolt in the transmission so I can hook my ground up to it. So if we got stuff around, I'll bring it back. All right, let's see if we can get power hooked up here. Ground on back here like that. Let's see what happens here. Okay, nothing, which is good. All right, well, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Yeah, cool, nothing. I tried. Well, it's got a little lope to it, but that could be from just setting or plug wire. Let's put some gas down it. Let's put some fuel down it. Let's see if the choke's open. Yep, choke's open. Let's see what happens. No return spring on here, so hopefully, let's see if it'll even fire. Okay, we should have, well, let's see if we got spark from the coil. Oh, that thing is stuck on there. Okay, I got it. Got nothing. Let me check the points. I never did sand them, so let me check that quick. I'll bring it back. All right. Well, I had spark here, so hopefully it's just dirty points. Let's see. Okay, let me get some carb cleaner here and spray that out. See if that helps. Spark. Now I'll get back up. Oh yeah. Yeah, I seen it sparking there, so let's try this again. I don't know. I wanted to do that before we tried it, but all right. Let's set you back here. And let's give it a little more gas. All right. Oh, well, yeah, I guess it would help. I know you guys are all laughing at me. What a moron. Would help if we had a rotor button in there. I'm sure you guys seen it. And we're gonna make fun of the old man. Let's try that now, maybe. All right, now maybe. Okay, now I need a charger. Hold on. All right, I got another battery. Got the big boy out. See if that'll help crank this thing over a little faster. It's just an old one. I don't know how long it'll crank, but all right, let's try this again. I think down. Well, it's trying. I gotta get something else here. This little wire gets hot on my finger. I'm holding it to the battery. I gotta figure out something different. I don't have one of those fancy remote, so I'll see what I can make up here. Alright, I still got the old battery, but I got the charger on it, so that's what's humming in the background. We'll see if we can get a little more cranking out of it. Alright, one more time. One more time. I guess I gotta have the wire hooked up. Okay. One more time. Well, the timing's still off, or don't know. Tries. Alright, let's give it a rest. Well, I was given the starter time to cool down and battery to charge. Took off some of this peripheral stuff that somebody had put on, changed it over to a regular alternator instead of the generator that used to be here. Took off the fan blade and just got rid of some of that crap, so I had to be reaching over it and messing with it. And I rechecked the timing, everything was on. The only thing I did is I moved the distributor, I don't know, actually quite a bit, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Everything should be right, but yeah, I moved the distributor. It was, I don't know, they had it would be way advanced, but change that. Let me get the battery hooked up here. Hold on. Let's try some fuel now. Come on. Well, let's give it another go here. Set you over here where the exhaust is coming out and see what it's doing. get the nozzle on this. I wish I could put some gas in it, but it doesn't like that at all. Awesome. Now let's see if I can adjust the timing a little more. All right. I think it'll run. Let's go back this way a little bit. See what happens. Nope, I don't like that way. Let's go this way again. There you go. It'll be fine. Hard to feed it with a bottle to keep it running, but yeah. I think it's still got spark plug or wires or something, but yeah, at least mechanically, we know it's going to be fine. I don't want to run it much longer because I'm sure it's got oil pressure because it's pushing it out. They just cut the oil hard line off, yeah, but it's coming out. It's trying to come out the line there, so it's building somewhat oil pressure. So there we go. It runs, and I don't know how they never had it running. I mean, he said he turned it over, the guy who had the truck, that bought the truck. But somebody tried to get this motor running in the truck. There ain't no way. I mean, the timing was way off. These two back spark plugs, if you remember, were smashed flat. This one was way under what it should have been. And, yeah, the timing was way off. So... yeah, there we go. I'm happy. Now I can get the transmission unbolted and get this thing on there goes the heater. Get this thing on an engine stand and figure out what I'm going to do with it. But there goes the heaters. Hold on. Now I'll finish. Turn the heater off. But yeah, hope it was informative for somebody who has never done it. You know, just always double check and triple check. And like me, I got to go through it a handful of times before I get it. But if not, it was just entertaining watching an old man struggle. So, yeah, now we'll figure out what to do with it. And, yeah, thanks for watching. I can't help myself. I can't run it much longer. But... I did play with it some more, and I did actually get it to run off the carburetor. So I can't believe it. I put some in here. It actually idles really good. All right, let's try it again. Unbelievable. Sitting idling off the carburetor. I would say that sounds pretty good. Uh-oh, run out. That is awesome. Anyway, I just had to try that. fiddle with the carburetor. I can't believe it idles with that carburetor. It's even, I didn't rev it this time, but it actually, the fuel pump even works. So I don't want to do much more until I find out for sure it's building oil pressure. But awesome, man. I'm happy. I'm happy. Thanks for watching.